Let's speak now to a couple of people who are working hard to bring art camps to children across Leeds who wouldn't usually have the opportunity to experience them. John Wiltshire is working with Leeds City Council to supply funded places, and he's even hoping to go on and have more art camps around the area. He's here with dance artist Lauren Trim. John, Lauren, good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Before we talk about your camps and what you're trying to do, obviously as two people who are involved in the arts, how important is accessibility for everybody, be it someone who's held back maybe by their social economic situation, by a disability, but by anything? How important is it to try and get those people involved, John?
Incredibly important. The arts bring in £100 billion a year into the UK economy alone, and basically the education system is slowly reducing the funding in the arts, and that's really having a massive effect on GCSEs and A-levels and degrees. So that's going to really affect the amount of professionals that we have in the industry for future artists.
Is it? I mean, I know what you're here to talk about isn't, because it's a funded place, but is it expensive, Lauren, at times when you want to go to I guess for you, a dance class? Or, I mean, I've got 3 children under the age of 6. You don't get much change from £7 or £8 for a club, for an hour doing whatever activity nowadays, do you?
Yeah, and I think it's really important that we make sure everyone who wants to try that can, and it's accessible and inclusive for everyone. It's about making sure that people aren't at a disadvantage just because they come from a certain background, and that it is available for everyone. Yeah.
How did you start? How did you?
I started with community classes, so
Right.
It's really lovely that I've kind of gone full circle and I'm teaching those classes now, and those people that taught me really have inspired me, and I've kind of gone back to teaching in that way because it was just a really lovely introduction into dance. Yeah.
How did you get into doing what you do, John? Were you going to classes as a youngster as well?
Basically, the only GCSE that I left school with was arts. I failed everything else,
Right.
So, I've now got a postgraduate in teaching, and, I run my own business in the arts, so the arts itself, saved my, it was my career, If I didn't pursue the arts, I'd probably be just working in a factory now,
What are your camps all about? What do you do for people who are unaware of them?
Basically, we're called Art Camp UK. We go into schools in the half term. We go into schools during the summer holidays, and what we do, we bring in professional artists from dance, drama, storytelling, cookery, computer coding, movie making, ballroom dancing, you name it, we bring it in.
It's quite varied.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And we bring in the most passionate people that we could possibly imagine, and we immerse children in creativity. And we do creative daycare. So if you're a working mum, you need childcare, you bring them to us, and we will just completely immerse them in creativity.
Tell us about the funded places then, because this is the key reason we thought it'd be great to talk to you this morning.
So basically, we're working in collaboration with Leeds City Council Youth Activities Fund, and they basically gave us some funding last year to give free places, 1-week placements to children at art camp. And if you imagine you're a mum or a parent, and basically you have your children for the whole week, a week's worth of childcare for free is an amazing thing, not only just for the child, who can have an amazing time learning huge amounts of creativity and being inspired, but also for the mum and parents who basically could really do a bit of a break as well at the same time.
How do people apply? I mean, how do you go
They
about...
just go onto the website and contact us directly, and we'll respond. Yeah,
I would imagine, and I can almost, I mean, John, your enthusiasm, and having interviewed you before, is pretty infectious. And I can tell from you as well, you're getting a real buzz about teaching and bringing in maybe the next version of you, someone who'll go on in 10, 15, 20 years' time to be teaching at camps in the future.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to pass on those skills and make sure that everyone knows that they are valued. And even if they don't go on to do it as their career, like, it just makes for a happy, healthy child, and making sure that they can have access to them and try these skills and see, like, do I enjoy this? Am I good at that? Like, what can I do with my life that I have chosen and that I want and I'll enjoy?
Well, I wish you both well with it. The website is what?
www.artcampuk.com.
Marvellous stuff. Lovely to see you again, John. Lovely to meet you, Lauren. Thank you ever so
Thank
much
you.
indeed. Do you normally get played out by Agadoo, by the way, or is it?
I might make that out too now.
It's my theme tune.
We aren't playing Agadoo, so John and Lauren can dance out of the studio, although they are doing it very, very well indeed. I haven't seen pineapples pushed like that for many a long year, goodness me. The reason we are doing it, Sarah Wakefield, is because...